Hey guys, welcome to Growth Traders. So in this video, we shall be analyzing Nifty, Bank Nifty and a few other index heavyweights, namely HDFC Bank, Reliance, TCS and ICICI Bank. So let's proceed to the video. So as I have opened up in my screen, as you can see, this is the chart of Bank Nifty. So what are the key things to note here? So I did update you guys regarding the 200 EMA breakdown here. So as you see right at around 36,000, what we see is the 200 EMA getting taken out, followed by a retest to and a rejection, and then we see a breakdown, right? So if I were to talk about the crucial support zone right now, so that was around the 34,500 to the 34,000 mark. So this rectangle, the red colored rectangle which I have drawn here, that was a crucial demand zone, but thanks to a huge gap down opening today, the both of these levels got taken out and Bank Nifty gave a closing below it. So not only did it open huge gap down, but we saw heavy selling pressure within the trading hours, leading it down to about 32,370, making that the intraday low. But we saw some recovery from there till around at 32,870 where Bank Nifty closed. So talking about the price action, so what comes to my mind right now is that the prices have broken a major area of interest, so that is not a good sign. So talking about the next supports, that can be at around the 33,400, which also got taken out, and followed by 32,150. So that is a pretty good support, not a really strong support as compared to the 34,000 to 34,400 zone. Yet if talking about the momentum, there is just too much momentum right now. See here, Bank Nifty was around 39,000 back in 3rd Feb. Only in just 1 month it has crashed more than 7,000 points. So that is not a good sign. That is some severe selling pressure. The global market cues are absolutely terrible. There is a lot of geopolitical issues right now, followed by crude oil prices going higher, followed by a lot more factors, the Fed rate hike, right? The FIIs getting their money out from the Indian markets. So things are not in favor for the bulls, right? So let's have a look at the major areas of support. So let me draw it. So this is an important support zone, right? The 32,000 mark. So if this gets taken out, then we can easily see 31,000 in the short term, followed by 30,600, right? So these are the next important levels for Bank Nifty. The ultimate support here is actually at the 30,000 mark. So again, if that there is a lot of possibility that Bank Nifty might touch 30,000, considering that it is down by about 1,500 points in just one trading session. So a few more gap downs and followed by a good selling pressure, you see 32,000 easily, right? So Bank Nifty overall is pretty weak. Do not go long in any of the banks right now. Things are not looking great from an investor's perspective. I personally feel that markets are yet to correct more. So do not bottom fish as of now. Do not go for buy on dips as of now. Just wait for the markets to stop the selling and turn sideways before you go for any long positions or investments, right? So that should be the strategy. Although of course we are seeing Bank Nifty at pre-COVID levels, so that is a really good thing for the investors, because for the long term, of course, this serves as a good buying point. But probably it is better to wait for some more time just to confirm the trend of Bank Nifty for the next 2 to 3 months, followed by whatever it takes to let the global market sentiments recover before we go for any long position. Let's switch to Nifty. This was Bank Nifty, so let's have a look at Nifty. This also is not looking great. Again, what I had drawn here is a parallel channel which has connected the all-time high of Nifty to the recent high of about 18,300, if I'm not wrong. Yes. And what is the major thing note here again is that the 200 EMA got taken out, followed by a rejection. That is not a good sign. But one more crucial thing to note here is that this parallel channel also got broken down. So this is a terrible sign for me. If I have to talk about the support zone, so I am sure you are able to see this consolidation. So the markets did consolidate between the 15,950 and the 15,500 mark. So that is a pretty narrow range of consolidation. So we can expect Nifty to consolidate if global market sentiments are at least good for a sideways market, right? So in that case, we might see some consolidation in this case, followed by a breakout or a breakdown on any of the sides. We don't care about it as of now. But if the selling pressure continues, then we can easily see this getting taken out. So for me, the 15,500 again remains as the major area of interest. So if that gets taken out, it should not be good for Nifty for the next 1 month at least. So as I have drawn here, this rectangle shows you the major area of demand zone for Nifty. So let's see whether Nifty is able to sustain this or break this down too. Talking about the momentum, that is absolutely strong on the downside. So it is pretty much evident that markets will fall more until and unless there is at least a better news coming out for the geopolitical issues that the world is facing right now. Anyways, let's switch to HDFC Bank, an index heavyweight. So immediately what we can see is a major area of structure getting broken down here. So for the 1400 mark, this got broken, and even this minus support of around 1380, that also got taken out. So again, if I have to talk about the confluence here, so I am drawing this rectangle. So this shows you the major area of structure, the major area of buying for Bank Nifty, for HDFC Bank. So this has been taken out today, right? So we see pretty big candles on the downside, although there has been some buying, but I am pretty sure these are the retailers and maybe some domestic institutions. The FIIs are always the sellers here. Anyways, for talking about the next significant support, so one is at the 1300 level. So I am expecting HDFC Bank to consolidate in this region from the probably the take 2 points 20 points on either of the sides. So between 1280 to about 1310 to 20, we can expect some consolidation. That can be the ideal case right now. But if we see this selling continuing, then of course there no supports act as supports in case of strong selling, in case of crashes, right? So that should be the case right now. So again, do not go for bottom fishing as of now, because we are not sure of the trend. So of course you might be aware of the fact that markets can always take in good news, bad news, but cannot handle indecision, right? Markets cannot handle confusion. So we have to stay away from the market until and unless this phase of confusion remains in the world, right? So once the Ukraine-Russia conflict attains some stability, settles a bit, then we can probably think about going long or short properly, right? So as of now, even the slightest of the good news can lead to a very good rally in all the banks, all the indices, everything, right? So, and the slightest of the bad news can lead to a further fall. So we are simply not in a good position to think of buying or selling, so better avoid it. Let's switch to Reliance. So again, not a good sign, because the 200 EMA, as you see, this got broken down today. Still, I am pretty Reliance is still pretty strong here, because this zone, right? So this zone from about the 2230 to 2250, that is a pretty strong support zone. So this is a fairly bullish chart. If I switch to the weekly, you still see there is the 50 EMA getting broken, but still prices, there is a chance of prices hovering around the 50 EMA. So Reliance still looks pretty strong. So any good news, we can think of buying in Reliance, of course, but do not do that as of now. So Reliance, a thumbs up for me. Let's switch to TCS. Again, fairly bullish chart. Of course, the 200 EMA and this trend line got broken and rejected, but the prices are approaching this support zone, right? This zone from 3400 to 3350, that is a pretty strong demand zone. So let's hope TCS consolidates here or bounces from here and does not break down this level. Is an important market structure, right? So let's switch to ICICI Bank. Again, this is looking bearish again. If I were to talk about the important level, so that was at the 670 level. So that was a pretty strong support zone, but we see this getting broken down today. Prices did give a closing below, how much below 660, right? So if I were to talk about the next support, so we can easily see ICICI reaching 624.25 in the near term, right? So let's see, guys, how the charts turn out for the near term. Hoping Bank Nifty to hoping the markets to recover a bit, even if we have the slightest of the good news. Let's see. Do not plan any long trades right now. That's my advice for now. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for more good content. I don't sugarcoat things here. I just tell you what I see in the charts, right? And you can follow us on Instagram and our free Telegram channel, where we share some good charts on a daily basis that should help you take some good swing trades and intraday, right? We have our own swing trading and intraday and crypto course, which you can definitely have a demo of. Just make sure to contact the phone number given below or WhatsApp there. You will be happily accepted. Thank you, guys. See you guys in the next one.